Hi, my name's Rudolph and I'm here to announce the Quakefreed project, which is a book about modding and hacking the most famous first-person shooters of all time. That is the Quake series, Doom series, and a few other games based on id Software. Now today we're going to be looking at speedruns, as well as rocket jumping, trick jumping, wall climbing, all of those sorts of things, because you can't really talk about speedruns without talking about those, because rocket jumping, for example, is integral to how a speedrun is done. Now the fascinating thing about rocket jumping is that the developers didn't actually intend for this to happen, or they never saw it coming. So it was, if you will, a hack, or rather an exploit. An exploit found shortly after Doom's release, that you could in fact launch the player through the air by aiming a rocket at your feet. So this bug, which turned out to be a feature, was left in and eventually became a trademark of the Quake series. Another trademark, which also started off as a bug, is strafe jumping. So this is a repetitive use of jumping to gain speed that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get in the game. So by jumping from side to side and quickly moving the mouse, you're actually almost cheating the game to get a speed out of your character that can enable you to jump distances that you wouldn't otherwise be able to jump, or potentially in a match you can escape quicker than otherwise would be possible. This isn't something that the id designers foresaw either. This was actually introduced with Quake, but not deliberately. It was something that came into competitive play, and people started to use that. So if you combine rocket jumping and all of its similar techniques, such as plasma climbing, grenade jumping, and you combine that with the strafe jump, you have all the ingredients to make a speedrun, which is to do a map or to complete the game as fast as you possibly can. There's another sort of speedrunning which uses its own maps, custom speedrunning, if you will. This is a highly stylized art that's actually developed out of strafing and rocket jumping into a thing in its own. There's several communities to this day that still use the Quake-free maps that they've created custom game to record these videos, as you've seen early on in the video and as you'll see now. So this is another ingenious use of the users who have taken a game that's basically a pretty simple multiplayer shooter and just developed and developed and developed these tricks, these hacks, if you will, into its own parka, its own art form, its own motion through the space. And that's one of the things I find fantastically amazing out of all these id engines, is people just continuously find ways to use these things in ways that were never intended, but that turn into complete forms of art, all of their own.
Like we always do with this.
This is Wolfenstein 3D, which is of course the first-person shooter that started the whole genre. This is Blake's Stone, which is a spin-off of Wolfenstein. It didn't sell very well due to Doom coming out soon after it was released. This is Heretic, one of the so-called Doom clones that was released after Doom was released, based on the same engine. This is Quake. Now if you're thinking that's quite cool how they can do those speedruns so quickly, it's actually no coincidence. It's a conscious choice by Carmack and the id developers to make a game that plays so quickly and so edge of your pants, seat of your pants, that you can do it in seconds if you want to, or if you can, if you've got the skill. And that's something that we don't see in console games today. Everything's slowed down, dumbed down. Here it's just pure to the metal. Nothing but pure action. Reflexes are the only thing that limit you. And that was a conscious decision by the id developers, who just wanted to make it faster. Faster, faster, faster. And they trimmed out lines of code until they could get a game that was so stripped down, so bare, that you could do that. This is Quake 2, which is actually set in a different world entirely than the original Quake, but they couldn't find the trademark was already taken for the name that they wanted, so they just called it Quake 2. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, check out quakefreed.tumblr.com or email quake.freed@zoho.com if you want to order the book. Cheers, bye.